Hey guys, this is an extra video that I am doing because we just ran out of time to do Hey Handsome in a class format. I wanted to show you what I created with it. Now, unfortunately, the paper, let me get here really quick. The paper with the sticker sheet is sold out. You can get the paper without the sticker sheet, and if you're in a real big hurry, I do have this one that hasn't been touched, and I have some bulk. So just so you know, the bulk paper is this pattern and this pattern. So that's what bulk paper is. Anyway, I created with this, I did a two two-page layouts and 4 cards featuring Hello Handsome. We're getting close to the end of this book, and so I wanted to make sure that you guys had some ideas and something fun to create with this Hey Handsome. And then I absolutely loved this kit, this card making kit. I think this is darling. I just checked before I made this video. This is still available, this kit. This pocket and these glasses alone, wait till you see. I think you'll be totally wanting them as much as I wanted them to. So let me show you what I created. I've already done everything, so this is more of a just a walkthrough of and tell you what I used. So this is made on a background and texture, or the paper suite. You can see I used, hopefully you can see, let me lift this up. Can you see that little bit of copper? And what was really cool is this copper metallic pen, you want to make a puddle on a all-purpose mat and then put your tip in and then tap, and you kind of have to tap aggressively for it to get the splatter that you want. Or it could be that I've just used mine, so it's getting a little bit used. So anyway, this was just a fun layout. Let me, for lack of anything here, let me tell you measurements. So this looks like 6 3/8 by 9 for this piece. This piece of linen is 5 1/4. Is that really 5 1/4? Yeah, 5 1/4 by 8. Well, 8 1/4. 5 1/4 by 8 1/4. Then I just did the squiggly, or the line, and did some little squiggles to look like barbed wire. I didn't have a large photo, and so I used a standard photo and then just did my title up here. These are just strips in varying lengths, so you can see that. Then I accented with the stars here. This is a zip, no, this is actually on the sticker sheet. This is a sticker. This is also on the sticker sheet. Of course, all of these are on the sticker sheet. So let me show you the complimentary page, which is right here. And this was Father's Day last year, and I just thought this was fun to do. I'm kind of toying with putting a little shimmer in here just to give it a sparkle. You know me, gotta have a little sparkle. But again, it's the same thing. Let me tell you the measurement of this big base here. I believe it's 8 by 8, if I remember. Yep, 8 by 8. And then you could do 4 by 4s, and I would do your 3 3/4, no, 3 3/4, 3.75 by 3.75 4 times, and you can make that work if you have 4 small photos. But as you can see, these people take up all the space in a photo, so you can't really chop it up too much. But I thought this was a really good, fun way to showcase Father's Day last year. Again, just did that little copper. So, so you know, my copper is going in a triangle also, as it is on here. I just die cutted some circles using my stitch circle, one out of the Mink and one out of the pattern paper, just to give it some ground. So I didn't really have much more to say here. So that's the first layout I did. The second layout, I did a technique that we did in my crop. I had this spring, and what you do is you take a piece of cardstock and you randomly score it. There is no set pattern for this. You just take your scoreboard and just, you can make small, large, in between, and just do a random pattern. Don't do a concise every inch, every half inch. Mix it up, and you will like your results. And then you're going to take the for this, I did, this is Mink, and I took Mink ink, and then you just wipe your ink pad over it, so it gives you, and I wish you could feel it, it's a texture, it's raised, it gives you that whitewash look like fence boards. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. It's super easy. It's one of those things, just play and have fun with. Let me tell you cuts here really quick. Oop, wrong side. So we have a 2.5 by 12, a 1 by 12, a zip strip, another 1/2 by 12, a zip strip, and I didn't use the full zip strip. These photo mats are 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So 2 by 12, 1 by 12, a 1/2 inch by 12, a 1/2 inch by 12, and a zip strip. And you could just use pieces however you want to do it. And then these are stickers that I used. I just thought they added, almost looks like a pull tab. You could have a lot of fun. I've had these photos for a while, and I thought this would be some fun paper to showcase my son, who went and played in the sand dunes and had an accident, actually. Got pretty banged up pretty bad. And so, but these were before his. And then I did the same thing with that paper again, except this time I put it so the two inside, so they match across. And then let me tell you, this is a 9 by 8 3/4. You could do a 9 by 9. You can do however you want to do it. And again, this is going to be 1.5 inches by 12, 1 1/4 by 12, a 1/2 inch by 12s. And I did not do the stars on the zip strip on this one. In this time I showcased with accent pieces in the paprika. And so then on this one, because I had photos that I needed to showcase as much as I want to see this accident, but showcase that section of it. He did say he had a good time. He has since been back and a little more cautious, a little bit older, and a little bit more not as flexible as we all get that way. And then again, this is a sticker, this is a sticker, the stars are stickers. So just a fun technique. Again, just see how I did it random. I didn't do a pattern. I just started marking on my scoreboard and just went down. And as you can see, I did not do the whole page. on purpose because I didn't really want to have to fight that with my pattern paper. It's not a large raised image, but it's enough to have that be something that you might be concerned about. So, okay, so those are the layouts. Let me show you the 4 cards, but first I want to talk about, this is the directions you get in a card workshop. If you have not seen these, this is what you see in a card workshop, okay? And so it tells you how to cut your paper, and then it tells you how to assemble and make your cards, okay? I pretty much did these with my twist on them. So let me show you. Oh wait, before I get there, let me talk about this. So when you get this, you get enough product to make 16 cards, 4 of each design. So when you're cutting, that is why you have 4 of each. And remember, this asterisk means you're using the back side of the paper. So always be careful about that. So like this first card I'm going to show you, we used this orientation. The last card I'm going to show you, we used this orientation. Same paper, just the way you want to cut it. And if you ever have any questions about how to cut and how to do things, just let me, or ask me, not let me, ask me, please ask me. Here's the thin cuts that I was telling you about. See how cute they are? And then you have just a really nice masculine birthday. I did change the sayings up. Unfortunately, my father is not with us, is not with us. And so I didn't do the dad card. I guess I could have for Greg, but I chose to do them differently. So let me show you that first card. So the first card, I pretty much, other than changing out here, I pretty much, let me grab it here. Here is a card for them. And they used, okay, I admit you're a pretty cool dad. I did add another button. I felt like 4 was too big of a gap. And so I did do that. And then I, of course, changed the saying. So this one is pretty much true to how it should be in that diagram. The next card, let me show that to you, is the pine card using the lighter side of pine and mink. And I took it up a whole different way. It's not I didn't like the stars. I didn't want to do the stars. So I went and got an older embossing folder that just had straight lines. And I still used the light side of pine. Again, I added more buttons than or they actually stamped their buttons, but I did the thin cut of them. I kept the saying the same, but I then, I put this on a white card base, and I really felt like it kind of lost its pizzazz. So I put it on, and I don't know if the lighting is good, if you can really tell, but I put it on the dark side of pine. I almost wonder if I should have maybe tried a black or the dark side of mink, if that would have made a difference. I'm not sure about that, but something to play and think about when you create your card. So now we're on to the third card, which is this cute one that is so fun to do. You're taking a piece of Harbor cardstock that comes in your kit. Everything comes in your kit, unless you do like me and play around a little bit. But they ask you to distress your light side of your Harbor by taking a sandpaper to it, and a pretty fine one, and you can rough it up as much as you want. You can do it softly. I have a tendency to get pretty rough on mine. As you can see, I have some little worn spots, but I thought this was such a cool card. I went ahead and put the belt loops on some small foam dots. They were right here. This, you get a package of thick ones, or not thick ones, big ones and tiny ones, and as you can see, I've just cut these in half and they fit perfectly on that right there. And then just anchored this down, did the little stamping of the stitch. That's part of that stamp set. And the difference between this is I felt it was too much white, and I wanted a little bit more of this paprika paper showing, so I just did 1/8 of an inch around this card, just to give it that little more oomph, a little bit, I hope, a little more draw your eye, I guess. And of course it comes with gold gems, so you had to put some little rivets on the pocket there. I thought that was fun. Okay, last but not least, what do we got for the last card? So the last card, well, you'll see what I did, because you know me, has to have a little bling. I like my glasses to sparkle. And so just because this has a masculine theme, I thought we could have some fun with some Harbor glitter glasses. And so that's my take. And I also mounted this on a piece of Harbor cardstock. Again, this really got lost on a white base of just the card base. And so I like the anchor. Here I did go ahead and stamp using the stamp buttons with a little X for the stitch. This is a stitch that is provided that you saw where I did the straight lines. You can do, as you can see, I can't stamp straight. And then of course added the gold gems. Now I did, after I had everything, before I assembled, once I had all my stamping and everything done on my toffee pieces here, I really felt like they were floating, and I've kind of said that before. And so I've taken toffee ink to all the toffee pieces here, just to give it an edge, if that makes sense, just to frame it in and give it an edge so that you are ready to go. And I already said I mounted this on Harbor, but let me bring those cards in so you can see how fun this kit is. And like I said, this kit is still available. The pocket alone and the glasses, I mean, there's always reasons to have those die cuts that you can use for other things. And then of course we did these gorgeous layouts, the fun layouts that we had. And so I hope that sparks you and gets you excited about Hey Handsome. I would highly recommend Hey Handsome. And one thing that I forgot to order, and I know it's still here, is this fun acrylic shapes. These glasses would be fun, the bow tie neckties, the stars and the buttons. Those would be an added button, and these X's. So a lot of fun that you could have with your Hey Handsome. All right, ladies, as always, you can find it on my website. Enjoy. Have a fabulous day. Bye now.